In this video, I'll be teaching you how to differentiate equations and the purpose of differentiating equations. So, let's get started. So first off, I'm going to draw a graph to give you a bit more details on why you would differentiate. So let's say our graph looks something like this. And let's say you want to find the gradient of the tangent at this point. Or you want to find the gradient of this tangent at this point. Differentiation helps you to find the gradient of a curve at a certain point. Differentiation also helps you to find the equation of a tangent. In the form y equals to mx plus c. And lastly, the notation for differentiation is dy over dx, or m, which is the gradient, or the inverse of y, depending on your formula, but usually it's y. So let's say y equals to ax plus b. When you differentiate this, you would bring the b down. So that would be b times with ax, and then you would minus the power, so that would be b minus 1. So for example, let's say our y equals to 5x squared. So you would differentiate that by bringing the 2 down and then multiplying it by 5x and then 2 minus 1, giving you 10x. Now, what about a constant? How would you differentiate a constant? Let's say this constant has an x with the power of 0, and you know that anything to the power of 0 gives you 1. So now when we differentiate this like normal, it would be dy over dx equals to 0 times by 2x power 0 minus 1. And you know that anything multiplied with 0 gives you 0. So in conclusion, a derivative of a constant is always 0. Now we can try solving questions revolving basic differentiation. So our question is, find the equation of a tangent at point 3 and 0 on the curve y equals to x squared plus with 4x minus 2. So when they ask you for the equation of a tangent, you should know they want it in the form y equals to mx plus c, because a tangent is a straight line graph. And to find the gradient of the curve, we would find the derivative of this curve, which will give us m, and then we can substitute m into the y equals to mx plus c later on. To give you a bit more idea on what we're dealing with, let's say this is a random graph that I'm just drawing. And let's say this is a point on the graph. And when we draw a straight line to it, that is the tangent, in case you didn't know what a tangent was. Now we can move on to answering the question. So let's find the dy over dx of the curve. That would be 2x plus 4. So since we know that our x is 3, we can just substitute that into our dy dx to find the gradient. So dy over dx equals to 2 times 3 plus 4, giving us 10. So now we know that y equals to mx plus c is what we're trying to find. We have y, we have m, and we have x. The only thing we don't have is c. So by substituting all our values in, we can find c. C would be negative 30. So now since we have all our variables, we can just write it down. So y equals to 10x minus 30, and that is the equation of the tangent.